you ever noticed that the people who are the best at what they do are usually the most broke, whereas the people who are the least skilled are usually making the most money in that market? And that's usually because the people who are best at what they do, they're spending all of their time learning new techniques, learning new strategies, getting new certifications, learning frameworks to be better at what they do. Whereas the people who are making the most money, they're spending their time figuring out how to talk about what they do so their audience actually wants it. They're spending their time figuring out, what does my audience actually want? What are they looking for? How do they want to feel? How do they want to be perceived by themselves and by others when they achieve that goal? Like, what are those things? And then figuring out, how do I connect what I'm selling to those things so they see this as the logical solution to getting where they want to go. And this happens all the time in markets where it's like somebody has a way better product, but a company who's better at framing their offer in the way that their audience wants to see it just completely cleans up. There's two coffee companies that sell coffee pod machines. One's called Tassimo. The other one's called Nespresso. I think it's all pretty obvious which one most people have heard of. And the reason for that is Tassimo, they focus everything on being the best machine, being like having the best technology built in, brewing the perfect cup of coffee every time. And they focus everything around those features in the machine, just like an expert would. But then on the flip side, Nespresso comes in and is like, well, we have a pretty good machine, but here's what the market is actually saying they want. They want the feeling of luxury, the feeling of wealth, and everything that comes along with going into a high-end coffee shop and getting a good cup of espresso. So that's what we're gonna build everything around. Yes, our machines are good enough, but like our messaging, our branding, the people we have in our ads like George Clooney, the situations that we're gonna be filming in those ads, it all points to being luxurious and wealthy. And that is what they want people to feel after they consume an espresso pod or a cup of coffee or whatever, is they want them to feel that. And because they've done that, that's why everybody knows Nespresso and nobody's even heard of Tassimo. Or if you have, you're a very small portion of the market. So if you're somebody who like is really good at what you do and you're just struggling to get people to show up ready to buy, you need to set your frame, and you need to figure that out by understanding, what does your audience want? What are they trying to feel? Like, how do they want to be perceived in their world after they achieve their goals, and figure out how to connect that to what you sell, so that way they show up ready to buy. And if you need help setting the frame, I have a book I wrote called Fix the Frame, which shows you exactly how to do that. So when you talk about what you offer, your clients show up ready to buy. Just comment the word frame and I'll send you a link.